Okay, Ford fans, Gauze Garage coming to you from Venice, Florida. And featured today is a more of a modern car. It is a 2013 Boss 302 Mustang. This is a submodel that was released in 2012 and 2013. Ford did a tribute to the original race cars of the SCCA Trans Am series from 1969 and 1970. And the 1970 model is reflected in the 2013, which is what you're seeing here. This is the second and last year of the modern Boss 302 models. It's in school bus yellow, just like the original race car from 1970, driven by Parnelli Jones and George Fulmer. They were the Ford racing drivers for the team on the Bud Moore team. And this being the 2013 edition, there were in 2012, which reflects the 69 model years, there were 4,000 made. And this the 2013 model years reflected the 1970 models, and there were equal amount, about 4,000 made. And what they are track cars from the factory. There's a lot of specialized equipment. I can't remember the whole damn list that's on it, but I'm going to read it to you here in a minute. But let's take a look at this car. Again, school bus yellow. It's a 2013. It currently has about 700 miles, 700 plus miles on it. I bought it from a gentleman, an elderly gentleman, who bought it in Fort Myers, Florida, about an hour and a half south of here. And he put it away in a warehouse with 10 other cars that he keeps. They're all brand new cars, and he just puts them away as low mile cars. And the only reason he was selling this was because he bought some new mid engine Corvette, the specialty, the new ones that came out. And that's the only reason he was selling this. When I saw it online, I went and looked at it. He has every bit of factory paperwork, information, and everything from day one. And it had 481 miles, and I bought it in early 2023, 10 years old with 481 miles. Right now, it's got about 732, 735 miles on it. I packed a lot of miles on this car. Anyway, um, there's a lot of specialty equipment on this. And the first thing I would point out to you is you can see it's got the Boss 302 stripes on it, but then also in the grill, you would see where there would normally be fog lamps. There are no fog lamps, and there were plastic blanks placed in there. I have removed them. They're in the center console in the interior. But that's for when you go racing. This is a full-fledged, like a Sebring type track car from the factory. Again, only 4,000 made in 2012 and 4,000 made in 2013. So I'm going to set this down here. Here's your factory books on the car. You've got a quick reference guide, regular 2013 Ford Mustang, blah, 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 blah. But here's where the rubber meets the road. You have a supplement for the 2013 Boss 302, which is this car. And what it is a factory track car. It's got all kinds of equipment. And I can only show you this by just actually, let's take a look at it together here. Okay, the Boss 302 unique features. The Boss 302 high-performance V8 engine, forged pistons and rods, runners in the box intake manifold. When we open the hood, you'll see it's got a Boss 302 intake on it. CNC machined high-flow ported aluminum cylinder heads, steel-backed high RPM clutch, unique steering tuning, unique chassis tuning with manually adjusted dampers, low expansion brake hoses, basically track racing equipment right from the factory on a low production. And this last thing I'm going to draw your attention to is the track key. It's red in color, and the track key, as you can read here, it produces optimal racetrack performance via a unique engine calibration. There's over 200 changes in the engine mapping with the red track key, which is what we're plugging into it here in a minute when we do the walk around. So, okay. Anyway, I think you all are getting the point of what this thing is. It's a factory special race car in limited numbers, and there's only two options. You can get the cloth Recaro seats, like what's in the car, and also the helical rear end. That's a racing rear end. Basically, it's a way of transferring the torque over to the one wheel that has the grip. So basically, that's what this car has. It has all available options, and it's sitting right now at about 730 miles. Let's take a look at it. Let's start it up, or take a look at the engine, rather. Okay. Let's see. 738 miles on this. It's a 2013 rare factory Boss 302. Okay. For all practical intents and purposes, this is a brand new car for 2013. Oops. Here. Sorry to jiggle the camera around, but let's take a look at this thing. All right, here you go. There's the special engine. It's based on the Coyote engine, but when they came out with the Boss 302, instead of 415 or 400 and something horsepower, it came up to 444, and a super high torque, super high rev range with a 7,600 RPM red line. This is an untouched factory original, based on the original Trans Am race cars. And I really have a problem fathoming how Ford built these things. And they really did a nice job. It's a very fitting tribute to the Trans Am cars, which were a huge impact on the car market. Like right now, if you look at all Trans Am cars, whether it's a Z28, it's a Pontiac, or a Mopar, or these Ford Boss 302, all the Trans Am cars are highly collectible. They're worth a lot of money, and they were total performance from the manufacturers. So let's listen to this thing. Again, this has quad exhaust. There's a side exit exhaust and there's a rear exhaust. And it has a special suspension, as you know, like all the aforementioned equipment. So let's have a listen here. Okay. I'm going to have to belt up here for a minute, so hold on one second. Okay, there we go. We're going to go for a short spin. Okay, you get the idea. I'm still really amazed that Ford built these things, because right from the factory, these are very capable track cars. They have all kinds of coolers on them, specific type racing equipment. Right from the factory, you go to the track and you can put this thing on here. And this is one of the last years of the live axle. And a lot of people who drive these can't believe that they're still a live axle. They feel very similar to the modern GT 350s, which were already defunct now. You got the new Dark Horse and stuff like that out, but this is a 2013 technology car that is just amazingly well done. And all of these are manual. There's no automatics, and they all come with 373 gears. But again, this one has the upgrade rear end of the helical rear end. And what that means is when you're out on the track and you're going through like a raised or lowered curve, whatever wheel is slipping, it will transfer all the torque to the one back wheel that has all the traction. That's what the helical rear end does. It's basically for racing. And that's what this thing is. There were only 4,000 of these made, and well, so you get the idea, but I got to keep peace in the neighborhood so everyone knows where I live. Okay. So, but this thing is an incredible car. I can't believe they made it. It's all right. There's a bicycler up here, so let's take it real easy. All right, buddy. Cool. All right, folks. So you get the idea. This thing is just nuts, man. It's like a little go-kart. It's on rails. Um, the tires are lightweight, big Brembros on it, and the tires were $1,500 to mount. They're like summer gummies, and this thing really rips. And there you have it, the 2013 modern Box 302, 740 miles, and there you have it, Gauze Garage, South Venice. Thank you.